I just have some thoughts on conditioning specifically for football. Many try to be more innovative, or better put, less dogmatic in the way that they frame conditioning, especially for football players. They focus on the work to rest ratio of live play and rest time between plays. And they attempt to outsmart traditional conditioning methods by saying things like, we don't do 110s because we train for the biomotor demands or the time motion demands of the sport. But the first problem with this framework is that the often claimed work to rest ratio of 3 to 5 seconds of live play and 20 to 45 seconds of rest between plays doesn't take into account everything that occurs between live plays. It's not an accurate representation of real work to rest ratio in football. Pre-snap reads, pre-snap activity, jogging back to the huddle, any sort of scuffle after the whistle, and all of the mental stress that occurs outside of live play utilizes metabolic resources. You're not truly resting between plays. The second problem with this is, it sets the premise that you should train for the demands of your sport, which is true, but only the demands of your sport, not beyond the demands of your sport. If you're going to do a true time motion analysis of football, you'll see that there is a heavy aerobic component, a local muscular endurance component, mitochondrial optimization, as well as an alactic component. All of these different systems should be developed to prepare the athlete for the field. And the third problem with this framework is if you follow it to its logical conclusion, you can't practically train for it. Nobody has 2 to 3 hours a day to train. No one can do 3 to 5 second intervals with 20 to 45 seconds of rest for sets of 5 to 7 reps and 8 to 10 series with 3 to 5 minutes between series. So even if you attempt to train this way, you're still going to fall short. However, I do think it is important to include these kind of intervals into your training, but don't use this rationale to avoid other traditional conditioning methods that may develop the aerobic base a little bit better. All of it is important and all of it is good to do. This type of training doesn't truly train the biomotor demands or the time motion demands of football. Sure, it's a little bit closer, but it's still not there. Training is meant to be general to develop general quality. Anyways, those are some quick thoughts. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you next time.